Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, we're here to do this series we've been running for the entire month of June. This is the final episode. My 30 bands that had a member that went on to join a much more successful or much more well-known band, a more commercially successful band. So this will be the final episode. We made it all the way to day 30. So the band and the artist we're going to be talking about, he started out with Chemical Alice. It's Mark Kelly, and he goes on to join Marillion on Script for a Jester's Tear, but he's also on this one too. Absolutely a really good keyboard player. I like him a lot. I do like Marillion a lot too, and this particular album is probably my favorite. It's got some hits on here too. Kaylee and Lavender were both fairly well-known hits from. Now, this is not a band that was known for its big hits. It's a progressive new, what they call the new wave of progressive music, or the second wave of progressive rock, whatever you want to call it. They were kind of the poster child for that band. And Mark Kelly, being the keyboardist in the band, a very dominant character for the band. So this particular album is, to me, going to be probably nominated within a year or so to be a masterpiece in my collection. I do like it quite a bit. Um, Lots of really good tracks on it, and there's a nice shot of everybody in the band. I wanted to do a little bit more for the final episode of this series. I hope you've enjoyed this series. It was kind of fun to put together. It wasn't as easy as you would think to find 30 members that did such a thing. And a lot of people were eliminated because they either uh, started a band with a name and then went that band name morphed, but they stayed with the band. But the band name morphed into something else. There was a lot of bands like that. There was people that went from being a solo artist to joining a big band. There was some that went from being in a fairly big band to joining a band that was already big. So I thought that really wasn't fair to do that. But there was a significant number of bands that had these kind of stats to deal with. So today's was Chemical Alice by Mark Kelly, who came over to join Marillion as one of the first members, as original member, and did very well playing with these guys. I think he's still with them too, if I'm not mistaken. I do have their latest, or their last album. Let's see if I can reach it from here, if I can even find it. Here it is. I think this is their most recent album, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's still playing with the band. And if I'm not able to find it, I'm sure somebody will tell me whether he still is or not. Just let me look here. The problem with these books is you never know which end they're going to be on. Are they the back end or the front end or no end? Oh, here we are. Yes, he's still with them. Still playing with the band all these years later. Mark Mark Kelly, keyboardist from Marillion. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make comments about the band that he came from before, or about Mark Kelly, or about Marillion, or anything that we've talked about today, you're more than welcome to do so. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you for next week. So actually, that starts tomorrow. So tomorrow's episode will be the episode for the month of July, which is going to be my favorite 31 albums from the year 1969. This will be a tough one. There's some obvious albums that will probably go up top, but there's probably a dozen or a dozen and a half, or maybe even 2 dozen albums that could easily fit into those bottom 5 or 6 slots too. But I'm going to have to do some juggling here to get as many of the ones that I love in there as I can. So anyways, I hope to see you all for next month's series. And I appreciate you joining me for this month's series. Please hit, like I said, hit the like and subscribe. And we will see you for tomorrow's for the next month's series. So take care and have yourself a good evening and goodbye.